Now, Friday Night Hype, presented by Hy-Vee.
Originally it was going to be you and I flipping for that shop, and then we realized we needed to be alive.
I'd rip my pants. I'd rip my pants. We're good.
Yeah, we wouldn't be in good shape. Hello, everyone. Jeff Dubroff, Scott Rice, Shannon Earhart will be in here shortly. What another awesome night we had on Friday Night Hype, Jeff.
Yeah, it was awesome. And got to go out to State Center tonight, the Iliad. Right? Is that what it is? The Iliad?
You're way out of my league.
The Odyssey. I got to read one of those books. They're too long and boring and old. The Trojan War is what I'm getting at in State Center tonight. West Marshall playing host to Pleasantville. A beautiful night. Pleasantville got Braylon Bingham back after missing the last two games, and Bingham got the Trojans on the board early in the red zone. Little dump off to J.J. Phillip. He dives into the end zone. Trojans take a 7-0 lead. Second quarter, Pleasantville had another great drive. They found themselves knocking on the door again. Bingham is so elusive in the pocket. Leads the team in rushing and passing and faked me out a couple times. And wide open, Taylor Jones all alone. It's 14-0. But right before the half, West Marshall marched all the way down the field. This has got to be on the grade 8 on Monday, Scott. Blake Hart, Tegan Edler got both feet down. That would have counted in the NFL. It's 14-7 at the half, and West Marshall with a little momentum. Opening drive of the second half, they keep the momentum going. I got fooled again. Hart on the keeper, and bye-bye. Adios, my friend. 70 yards to the big box, and we're tied at 14. But Bingham responds, marching his Trojans down the field, and that ability to create, again, deadly. Logan Roth goes up and gets that one. Pleasantville takes a 21-14 lead. They score one more time, and they win it. 28-14 is your final. A big district win for Pleasantville, Scott.
Indeed. What a fun night out there. DCG is having a solid start to its Class 5A designation. Sparks were flying, facing Waukee, fourth play of the game. Waukee's Beckett Baker to Max Roach, who's wide open, making a house call. 7-zip visiting Warriors, just 2 minutes into the game. Then DCG's defense clamps down. Hudson Heiderkin steps in front and says, "My ball," rips it away, rolling over his receiver there to pluck it out of the air. Mustangs in business. They turned it into points. Chase Single to Wyatt Valenta, touchdown. And DCG is going to win this on a 2-point conversion with a minute left, 29-28. The Mustangs with a big win, Jeff.
DCG, welcome to 5A. Johnson hit the road to take on Council Bluffs. Abe Lincoln Lightning hit one of the lights out of the stadium. So they had to start at 5:30. Emory Jones likes playing in the daytime. Gets a touchdown there. Now it's the quarterback, Trevin Helming. Picks it up, heaves it to Tyler Helming. Touchdown Dragons. They go on to win it 49-7. 4-1 on the year.
Yeah, roll Drags. Hey, very cool scene at Urbandale High School tonight. The game ball dropped in from above. A parachutist from the Des Moines Skydiving Club. She was there for Military Appreciation Night. Pretty sweet. Had a little fanny pack with the football in it. There you go.
That's sweet.
Yeah, Urbandale down
awesome.
7-0 in the first, but Jackson Sturdivant's going to rip off a big gainer right here for the Jayhawks. Unfortunately, they were not able to turn that drive into points. Points were not a problem for Centennial. Sophomore quarterback Brecken Miller to Devin Good for the score. It's 14-0 Jags. We were still in the first quarter. And then it's Miller time. Up top to Cameron Miners. Look at the pretty spiral.
That's beautiful.
Into the night sky. It is a 42-0 blowout.
That's beautiful.
For the Jags.
Dowling honored its Hall of Fame class. Bailey Bravard, Schrader, Jack Kerner, Ben Severino, Nick McKellen, Earl Holst, Denny O'Grady, and some basketball player named Caitlin Clark. Her dad, Brent, was there to accept the honor in her place. Congratulations to all of them. There was a lot to clap for against Waterloo West. Ian Middleton up the middle, 20-0. This West Des Moines Dowling team picking up where they left off after their win over Southeast Polk. And how about this? Just making them look
Sam Drexler.
silly. Drexler. Dowling's going to go on to win this game 55-7. The Maroons are looking like a state title favorite right now. Also, Nevada winner set. Cubs get a 34-25 win.
Yeah, big game out there. When we come back, Shannon in with our wild card game and more games to get to as well. And as we go to break, my man Trice from the Urbandale game has a joke for us.
What's a dog's favorite drink at the movie theaters?
What is it?
Pepsi.
Oh! Looks like homecoming out there.
It was homecoming, and actually those are all the Interstate 35 kids, the student section. I was told that they voted many times to make sure that this was their wild card game.
Right, and let's explain that. Facebook vote, if you don't know, every week we do a Facebook vote to see where Shannon or the wild card person goes, and this week it was Interstate 35,
and it was
Panorama,
wild.
and Shannon, tell us all about it.
It was wild. This was even cooler than, honestly, the game. So there were 22 kids from Panorama and I-35 from the cross-country teams. They ran 338 miles to deliver the game ball, which was right here for tonight's homecoming game. It's an annual tradition. They do it all the time. It took them the whole school day, 7 hours to run 338
Okay, they took turns, right?
miles. They took turns.
Okay, I was going to say that would be a long run for
Oh,
somebody.
it was incredible. It was awesome. Yeah, no, they got lunch too, which was nice. Okay, so I-35 loves the wing tee. Hutch Howard hands off to Jace Maxwell, and the misdirection has Maxwell flying through the seam. He will go untouched for 6, and Interstate 35 takes a 6-0 lead. Maxwell would score on their second drive too, so it's I-35 13-0. Panorama loses the ball here. It is a scoop and score. It's Samson Williamson with a fast feed into the end zone. I-35 up 20-0. QB1 Cruz Crandall takes a moonshot, and it is caught by Reed Draper on stilts. It sets up Panorama in the red zone. Direct snap to Draper, and he shakes off defenders and steps in for the score. But I-35 was not going to lose on homecoming. It was not in the script, Scott. The Roadrunners run all over Panorama, winning 53-25.
That is a big win. What a day. What a night for the Roadrunners. Some Hawkeye coaches scouting this one. I'll show you why in a second. I'm talking about City High hosting Norwalk. City High in red, early second quarter. Norwalk on defense. Xavier Bush went right to him. Sets Norwalk up in the red zone. And then on the ensuing drive, James Hatlovig, Eli Robbins, falling down, secures the ball, ties the game at 6. Here's Hawkeye assistants Jay Neiman and Abdul Hodge watching the action. The biggest recruit on the field would be Norwalk's 6'5", 228-pound tight end Luke Brewer. Brewer is a guy that reclassified, started the grade as an 11th grader, but now he's saying he's a senior, he's going to finish his schoolwork. He's got 22 offers. He's not said where he's headed yet. Norwalk feeding Brewer a lot. There's a nice touchdown. They win 40-19, Shannon.
Nice kid, too. Very nice kid. Now, Roosevelt hosted Ames in the heart of Des Moines. It was a tie game in the third quarter. Jadrian Knabb, the lefty, watch him run for his life, then deliver an absolute dime to his defender. Are you kidding me? That's Frank Lee the fourth securing the catch. Watch it again in slow-mo. I mean, that's Patrick Mahomes-esque. Sheesh, talk about a catch. Roosevelt would have the ball again. They're up 20-14. But this Ames blitz was filthy. This is Brandon Johnson and Lakin Bus with the good rush defense. Ames stays winless as Roosevelt improves to 2 wins on the season, winning 20-14.
All right, Southern Iowa Clark at Sheraton. Sheraton in red, and it was all red all the time. Connor Short to Keegan Evans. Check out the spin move right here. See ya! Sheridan laying it on. Clark, here Cortland Jacobson, the big sophomore, gets the rock. Sheridan wins 63-12, Shannon.
Baxter at Wayne, another homecoming. This one for Wayne. Baxter in white would score first. That's Staden Van Zeiss taking it in for the 2-yard touchdown rush. Wayne up 20-6. They add to the lead. Lane Ogden finds pay dirt. 26-6. Wayne ends up winning 44-12. The Falcons are now 4-1, Scott.
Yeah, and up next, we got our fan of the night. Can't wait to see what it is, Shannon.
Here's the winner says students taking us to break.
You're watching Friday Night Hype on KCCI.
Yeah!
Those were the West Marshall fans, by the way, taking us into break, but we are back and we have fan of the night, Scott.
Yeah, and Shannon, as you were explaining, a fan can also be someone who's playing the game himself.
Yes. So he was actually in jeans. His name is Chris Wagner. He was from I-35. We get the video to show. If we don't, Scott can explain it for you, or maybe.
Oh, there
it is.
Okay.
The entire game, you guys, he was yelling, let's go, get loud. He was not quiet for more than 2 minutes. It was incredible, and his team was getting hyped. He was keeping the energy high. You know, I-35 ended up dropping a 50 burger on Panorama, so it definitely worked for something, and he was a good sport, man. He was having a good time.
Yes, we're all having a good time here. Don't forget to open up the app if you missed any of those scores. And speaking of the app, download the very local app to watch Shannon, Jeff, and I on Big College Kickoff tomorrow morning at 10:30, and we'll see you tomorrow.